Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
We have a motion by Honorable Wathiai Machari, MCA Shaba Board.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the motion on having a universal free pre-primary education in Nakuru County. Mr. Speaker, cognizant that pre-primary education is a devolved function pursuant to Article 186 of the Constitution of Kenya that outlines the respective functions and powers of both the national and county governments. Aware that Article 43(1) subsection D of the Bill of Rights in Chapter 4 of the Constitution states that every child has a right to education, Mr. Speaker. Further aware that Article 53(1) subsection B states that every child has the right to free and compulsory basic education, Mr. Speaker. Fact that parents are required to pay tuition fee and other related fees when they take their children to ECDE centers that are under the administration of the county government. Noting that approximately 50.8% of the Kenyan population is suffering from multidimensional poverty, according to the Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics 2024 Economic Survey. Further noting that there are numerous people who are incapable of paying for the pre-education of their children since they are multidimensionally not able. Education is a greater equalizer in society because it increases the socio-economic mobility of the people to a higher socio-economic position in society by ensuring that they have equal access to opportunities post-tertiary education. Fact that providing free primary education would assist in contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 4 that aspires to ensure that inclusive and equitable access to quality education, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, now therefore, I pray that this House, by way of resolutions, urges the county government of Nakuru to compute the entire amount required to ensure attainment of access to quality free primary education and communicate to the House that it has progressively allocated money towards the attainment of free primary education. Begin to dedicate both monetary and non-monetary resources towards the gradual attainment of access to quality free primary education as per the Constitution and the commitments of the United Nations SDG number 4. Progressively set up a fund to enhance free primary education in the county. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to say that this is something that is doable, Mr. Speaker. It only takes us as an assembly to sit and appropriate funds towards this noble cause, Mr. Speaker. The reason why I came up with this motion is because as elected leaders, we are going through a lot when it comes to each and every opening of the schools in our jurisdiction, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, wazazi wanakuja kwetu, wanatukuta, wanasema wamepata pesa ya kununulia watoto waende shule, waanze kusoma, ilhali hawana pesa ya kulipa school fees. Mr. Speaker, as elected leaders, sometimes we dig deep down our pockets and we go further to pay for fees for these children, Mr. Speaker. So it is something that has been happening every now and then, and we are praying that if we are able to put up a fund that will pay for our ECD children fees, then this problem will have gone for good. And Mr. Speaker, our children will be able to set up a good foundation for our children, so that they can come up, they can go ahead and get education without pressuring their parents. So, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the motion, and I would like to ask my Honorable Dorcas Gadere to second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion by the Honorable Wathiai Macharia. Mr. Speaker, this motion will help the children who are unable to access school because of school fees, and they end up in engaging in child labor. Therefore, I request this House to support the motion. Thank you.
So I propose the question. Now, therefore, this House, by way of resolution, urges the county government of Nakuru to compute the entire amount required to ensure attainment of access to quality free pre-primary education and communicate to the House so that it can progressively allocate money towards attainment of free pre-primary education. 2, begin to dedicate both monetary and non-monetary resources towards the gradual attainment of access to quality free pre-primary education as per the Constitution and the commitments of the United Nations SDG number 4. Number 3, progressively set up a fund to enhance free pre-primary education in the county. The motion is open for debate. Honorable Kuria, representing Malawa West.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I raise to support this motion. But first of all, Honorable Speaker, allow me to send a message of condolences to the Vatican City for the loss of their president, who is also the president of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis. Honorable Speaker, my name is Francis, and the departed Pope is Pope Francis. So I do pray that God gave me personally many years like that one of Pope, so that I can enjoy the life of this nation. Honorable Speaker, in support of this motion, I've been looking how the education, how the parents have been struggling here and there, and more so in support of in financial ways. Most parents, Honorable Speaker, are not able to facilitate the school fees, especially you find we have the high charge rates that the children are being charged by the school. And if by any chance we can have free primary education, the ECDE, it can be able to, education is the key to success, Honorable Speaker. So if education, starting from the lower level, that is the ECDs, to high level, can be free, we can be able to facilitate education to even the needy students. We have the vulnerable families, Honorable Speaker. We have those parents that are living with disabilities, Honorable Speaker. And sometimes you find, in terms of employment, it's become very impossible. Some of them are parents, Honorable Speaker. And most of the families are blessed with kids. So for them to support these kids, and if you look at the state of economy as at now, Honorable Speaker, everyone is struggling. So I'm in support. Also, I was looking at politically, Honorable Speaker. You see, there is this issue where the counties are being denied an access of issuing bursaries to their schools. Honorable Speaker, if you look at that thing keenly, you find there is no way that the counties can be denied access to or issuing of those bursaries. Yet, you find the national government is the one that is given mandate to issue the bursaries, Honorable Speaker. So, for equality, for equity, for transparency, let the national government and the county government have no take in these bursaries, but we set aside a certain amount of fund and we make the education free. By that, we will be able to boost every parent, every student, every people, wherever he is, and to acquire that education. I therefore raise to support this motion, and thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Francis. I also note that you share the first name with the Pope. But you know the Pope was also celibate. So I don't know how much you share. So, Honorable Njogona, representing Elbagon Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to thank Honorable Wathiai
for being a pro-devolution and for bringing a motion that touches what is required of us. Mr. Speaker, this is a bold move, and this is the direction that we are supposed to take. Mr. Speaker, we've been behaving like we are in the national government. We've been looking forward to seeing that we are assisting MPs and even the president in his work, Mr. Speaker. Whereas our work that is given to us by the Schedule 4, we've been actually neglecting our roles, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you see what the MPs have been given by NGCDF, it's not even equivalent to what we usually take to the wards. All over, for instance, where I come from, Moro Ward, the MP is given 187 million annually. And his mandates are only two. That is education and security. Whereas, Mr. Speaker, we have all other roles, but we also have a sector or a functions of education that is pre-primary and also the vocational. Mr. Speaker, today, as we talk today, the student for polytechnics, the MP said that is not his role. And he said he cannot assist counties to do their mandate. Mr. Speaker, our time have come for us to do our work. And starting the budget of this year, Mr. Speaker, let us put aside jokes and let us do our role. Mr. Speaker, sometimes when I'm walking around Elbagon, I find kids loitering just because their parents cannot take them to school. That is ECDs. A lot of children, they are left actually being closed behind the doors because the parents want to go and search for kibaruas. In other words, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, a time have come for devolution to walk on its two legs, Mr. Speaker. Because currently, if you see what we've been doing others people. For instance, Mr. Speaker, and allow me to use this phrase. It's like you have kids, you abandon your kids, and you go to a neighbor's kids to feed them. Mr. Speaker, if you look at what we've been calling bursary for high schools, we've been giving kids money for food, for lunch. Whereas our kids that belongs to our mandate, the ones that we can see in the genealogy of devolution or in the genealogy of the government structure, they belong to us. They have been malnourished. There have been nobody actually who have been looking at them. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would say, Mr. Speaker, that this motion even did not need to come today. It ought to have come 2013, so that the members of these houses, Mr. Speaker, can pass the laws and come up with a policy that will give capitation to children who are going to ECDs, Mr. Speaker, and those who are going to Polytechnic, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would wish to urge, and I will also wish to urge this House, that the budget that will be tabled before this House must have capitation to go to our children who are in pre-primary schools, so that we can be able to support them and we can be able to ensure that those schools are working, Mr. Speaker. Number two, Mr. Speaker, we've been saying that we don't have enough teachers to teach our children into the ECD. And if you come to Elbagon, where I come from, we have only employed one teacher per ECD. Mr. Speaker, with these funds, we can be able to employ teachers with that 10 million that have been putting aside for bursary. I can be able to employ teachers. I can be able to feed those kids properly at those ECDs, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support this motion and to say it is timely, and we need to set the record and actually create the bar for history, so that even those who will be coming after us, Mr. Speaker, they know that there was Honorable Wathiai who moved that the children of this county must be rescued, Mr. Speaker, because those children, one day, they will ask us a question. When you are in the assemblies, what did you do? And you did let us actually down. That's why you are seeing that the Gen Zs are asking questions today, Mr. Speaker. The alphas are going to punish us, Mr. Speaker. Let us save the alphas by making sure that we pass this motion, so that tomorrow, can be actually a future with guarantees, rather than actually neglecting them, Mr. Speaker. I therefore support this motion, and I believe that the budget will have capitation for ECDs and polytechnics.
We'll have Honorable Gatuso, then followed by Honorable representing Ronda Ward, Honorable Macharia, and then you go to the other side, and we are going to pick from Honorable Lois in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I also take this opportunity to thank Mheshimiwa from Shabab, Wathiai, for coming up with this progressive motion for us to be able to engage on what concerns us as county. Mr. Speaker, under the Bill of Rights, education, each and every person has a right to education. And I think happening that we have been mandated by Schedule 4 that ECDE and VTCs are under us, or we are supposed to support those institutions. I think it is good for us maybe to be able to engage on this, Mr. Speaker. Happening that economically this country we are not doing well. To some extent, as we walk around within our villages, we find that there are some people who are not going to school because of monies for fees. And it is our responsibility, and majority of them usually come to our place for us to be able to give them support in terms of paying them school fees. If there is a possible way for us, because we emulate what is happening at the national level, where we can be able to set aside money for capitation to our ECDEs growing children, I think it will be okay with us. Mr. Speaker, there is no anyhow you can be able to clear a high school without going to primary. There is no anyhow you can clear primary without getting to ECDEs. I think it is within us to be able to look on ways on how to help our parents so that they can be able to school our ECDs, so that they can get to primary, they can be able to get to secondary as they finish, because secondary nowadays is counted as basic education, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you can see when the governor brought the UJI program and we are able to support the project, you can, moving around within the places that we come from, I can attest here that a majority of our pupils are in school because of that UJI program. But equally, it has not solved an issue of school fees. But we can, our children to be very competitive outside there is to ensure that they are schooled so that they can be competitive like so other kids. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, nashukuru kwa nafasi hii. Jina langu ni John Masharia, nawakilisha Ronda. Na kwanza pia nataka kuweka pole zangu kwa wao wa Kristo wa Katoliki ambao wamepotelewa na askofu wao mkuu. Kwa hivyo wapokee rambirambi zetu. Na pia jambo la pili nataka kumshukuru Mheshimiwa wa Shabab Wathiai ambaye amelete motion hii katika bunge hii ambao tunaona ya kwamba kama vile mmoja wetu amesema ni wakati ambao tumepotelewa sana. Na kama vile ndugu yangu kutoka London amesema, uji haijatosha tu Mheshimiwa Speaker, ya kwamba tu tunapea watoto uji, ndio ilikuwa jambo moja la motivation ya kuwafanya watoto waje shuleni. Lakini sasa kama Mheshimiwa Speaker tunalipa walimu, na kisha tuendelee hivyo tulipe watoto wanakunywa uji, vitabu na mambo ambayo yanaobaki, Mheshimiwa Speaker, hapa mashinani kuna shida kubwa sana. Shida ambayo hata mtoto huyo kupata chakula nyumbani ni shida. Na kama sisi kama county tutapatiwa shilingi bilioni 21 na tuwe hatuna mipango ya kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wale wachanga hawakuanza shule. Kila wakati unakuta ya kwamba chief ako na kesi kwa sababu ya wazazi ambao hawajapeleka watoto shule, Mheshimiwa Speaker. Lakini sikupenda kwa ule mzazi, lakini ni ile shida ambayo huo mzazi anapitia. Hata anashangaa atawezaje kuwa na pesa za kununua uniform, atawezaje kuwa na pia baada ya hiyo Mheshimiwa Speaker, wale ambao ni headmasters wa mashule wamechukua advantage, wametake advantage kwa sababu ya mambo hayo. Utakuta ya kwamba kabla mtoto aingie shule lazima anunue desk, lazima anunue kiti, arudi aitishwe karibu shilingi 3,000 za kuingia shule. Ile shida iko hapa na watoto ambao wako nyumbani, Mheshimiwa Speaker, na tunashukuru sana kwa sababu ya Mheshimiwa Wathiai kuja na jambo hili. Na pia ninaelekeza mkono zaidi sana komiti ya elimu ni vizuri wakae chini tunapoanza katika 2025-2026 budget, waweke mawazo yao pamoja na kuhakikisha na kujua ya kwamba jambo hili is a devolved function na ni lazima tuichukue kwa umakini, na ni lazima kama bunge ama nyumba kama hii iwe mifano katika bunge zingine zote za county ya kwamba ECD wacha watoto wasome bure. Na sio hiyo tu, zaidi tunashukuru kwa sababu hata vocational training, mahali ambapo vijana wetu wanapata ujuzi, na ujuzi huo ndio unaotafutwa na hata mataifa siku ya leo. Wacha ujuzi tu ule wa university, lakini ujuzi ambao uko katika mikono. Vijana wetu ndio hao ambao wanaenda wanageuka vikundi vya confirm, vikundi vya mauki. Kwa sababu gani? Huyu mtoto kama hana kitu kingine, hata akiambiwa aende mahali kwa sababu alishindwa kwenda shule, kitu kile atakuwa na ujuzi nao, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kushika shingo yako. Na kushika shingo si ngumu, haiendi shule. Na atashika na utampatia ile kitu iko. Na nazungumza kwa sababu mambo hayo yako nje ya hii nyumba. Na ni sisi tutaokoa hii nyumba tunapoweka mikakati vile inavyotakikana. Kama huyo kijana hakufaulu kwenda university, wacha aende katika chuo hicho ambacho tunasema ni cha ufundi, ili apate, hata akiitwa kuwa fundi mahali fulani, au aitwe kuwa plumber mahali fulani, aitwe kuwa electrician mahali fulani, ataweza kwenda. Watu wanaenda hata mataifa ya nje na skills kama zile, Mheshimiwa Spika. So ningeomba ya kwamba tunapounga mkono Mheshimiwa mswada huu ambao umeletwa na Mheshimiwa Wathiai, ni vizuri tuhakikisha kwamba fedha zimewekwa, na ni vizuri pia hata twende zaidi ya kuangalia masuala ambayo inaofanyika na county government. Tuhakikisha kwamba kila budget tumescrutinize na kuhakikisha kwamba kila jambo tunafanya vile inavyotakikana. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing me this time to support the motion brought by Honorable Wathiai. Let me start by commending Mheshimiwa. That was very thoughtful of you and very humane indeed. And I want to contribute in the support of this motion by first of all saying that every child has a right to education at whatever age they are. And it is very unfortunate, like it has been said by one of us here, that you will go into the villages and you find small children idling there while they were supposed to be in school just because their parents cannot afford school fees. Whatever is paid at the pre-primary level, it may not look like it is much, but it can be so much for a parent who has no source of income. So this motion, Mr. Speaker, sir, is very timely. It will ensure that all our children are going to school. And I would also urge that, like the motion suggests, that the county government should meet all the fees, sponsor fully all those children attending pre-primary school. You know, it beats every logic that we are very busy funding university, secondary school education, and so forth, which is a responsibility of the national government, while we tend to ignore our own responsibility. So it is the high time now that we shelve away what belongs to the national government and we begin to fulfill our mandate. Let's not just assume that at all is well when it comes to pre-primary education. We have seen it evidently that children are not going to school. So this motion is very timely, very thoughtful, and I would urge the House to support it. And I would also urge the Education Committee to work together with the Implementation Committee to ensure that once this motion is passed, then there is enough capitation to implement it. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm grateful for the opportunity.
By order of seniority, we'll have the majority leader, and then Honorable Kamau, then followed by the member representing Kamara Ward, Honorable Maritim, in that order.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I also stand to support the motion and congratulate Honorable Macharia Wathiai for this well-thought idea that is actually it's an area of interest by quite a number of stakeholders. Recently, it was in the media that the county governments are supposed to dedicate its resources to the preschools, home crafts, and also the village polytechnics. And I think this motion has actually come at the right time when we should be able to actually look more keenly on how we allocate our resources in the county. As you are quite aware, Mr. Speaker, children have numerous rights, which of course includes protection, it includes healthcare, and also education. And these rights are enriched, they are enriched in our Constitution and also internationally recognized. And for that reason, Mr. Speaker, it's a high time that an institution like this one of ours should actually come up with strategies on how to support the preschool education. And realizing that, Mr. Speaker, that the foundation of a child in life really matters so much, because this is the level where we build the cognitive and the psychomotor skills. And for that reason, this can only happen in a very conducive environment. And taking into consideration the amount of resources that we actually allocate, I want to believe that we may not be able to achieve much of the cognitive and psychomotor skills to the child, which actually, in the long run, if they are not properly developed, we are going to have a half-baked child. Mr. Speaker, I would want to say that it's therefore very fundamental at this step in life to really do some considerate and deliberate efforts to ensure that we achieve this. I want to cite some example from my sub-county and also my ward on some statistics that are prevailing that really shows that we've neglected the preschools. In Kuresoi South, Mr. Speaker, we have a total of 163 preschools, the ECDE schools. And out of these, 62 have benefited with permanent employed teachers, giving a shortfall of 101 schools that have not received. And narrowing to my ward, in my ward we have 46 pre-schools, and it's only 16 that have received the teachers. Taking this one into consideration, Mr. Speaker, you will realize that if there are no teachers, it therefore means that the children cannot be properly taught. They cannot get the right services. And even the teachers that are employed on PTA terms possibly are not properly remunerated, and therefore they are ill-motivated. And for that reason, you would therefore expect that these children will not get some very good foundation. Whereas we are busy allocating bursaries to the drivers, we are busy allocating bursaries to those students, neglecting our own constitutional and mandated role as quoted in the articles that my honorable members have said. So I want to believe that it's a high time that we do something about it. Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand to support by facts that as we go forward to appropriate funds, let's put this one into consideration in good time so that we don't neglect the duties that the Constitution of Kenya and also the County Government Act has bestowed upon us. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, let me join others to say that I give my condolences to the Catholic faithful for the passing of Pope, and this has come to a time when we are celebrating Easter. May his soul rest in peace. So, coming back to our motion, Mr. Speaker, I started by saying I congratulate the mover of the motion on bringing this motion, which is timely, and also to urge him that going forward, after I know we are going to pass this motion, let him come with a bill that is going to be enacted with this honorable house so that we can have it practiced in Nakuru. Mr. Speaker, sir, in our Constitution, Article 53, it provides that every child has a right to compulsory, free, basic education. ECDE is one of the basic education. And I think why I'm saying it's timely, we are late on implementing this. As Nakuru County, we need to have all our ECD centers compulsory, and let no parent pay levies to ECD. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are discriminating those children by allowing levies to be paid in ECDs. Mr. Speaker, sir, in ECD education, a survey has shown it that most of ECDs, especially the private ones, they are more expensive than even the secondary schools. So it leaves that the ECD education is for the privileged. And this is there in our Constitution, Article 53. So as a county government, it is better for us to provide that the county government of Nakuru provides free and basic ECD education. In line on that, Mr. Speaker, I have seen that in other counties, for example, a county like Kiambu, the county government go ahead and even train the ECD's teachers for free up to a diploma level. It is incumbent upon us as Nakuru County to borrow such good practices and implement in our county. And I think that can be done. And I want to join others and say, going forward from this coming financial year, let's have capitation for each and every child within our public ECD centers. And by doing so, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are going to attract and even to add numbers in our ECD centers. It has been said, when our governor came in, she introduced the UGI program, and I can attest that a lot of children now, they have been enrolled courtesy of that UGI program. If we introduce the free ECD education, Mr. Speaker, sir, the results will be marvelous. So I want to urge my friend, Honorable Wathiai, let's have a bill on this. The motion is not enough, but if we can pass a bill in this house, that will be low, and the implementation purpose will be there. I thank you, and I support this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you too, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me such a chance. I also want to thank MCA from Shapa, Mr. Wathiai, for such a wonderful thought. It's a great thought of embracing education in our country. First, I want to start by saying that we need to have passion as leaders, passion of education, of how can we improve education in given areas. I believe that passion propels humanity towards achieving a given goal. Great men of great passion have done wonders in this world, in this country of ours, and I believe you can emulate that, things will be okay. Another thing also in the issue of the feeding program. I believe the introduction of the Huji program has led to many schools being now that they are very overwhelmed by the number of students who are coming to those given classes. So I believe that Mr. Speaker,